Good morning. Well, it's Saturday morning. I'm going to go out for a little walk here. It's a chilly morning here in Jacksonville, and I'm going to do the Red Maple Boardwalk Trail, which you can see the sign right behind me. It's a 1.5 mile trail loop. It shares a lot of the same trail with the Lake Oneida Trail and some of the other trails on the area here, but it does branch off and goes a little bit longer. Looks like you go into the woods a little bit, and obviously you walk on the boardwalk. So let's get started. I hope you'll join me. And I've just started off from the pavilion over there where the sign was, and like the Lake Oneida Trail, it goes down the same area. It also there are some markings there, but I'm not sure what color this trail is. Haven't been paying attention. So anyway, I'll just follow the trail. I believe the first part of the trail is all the same to the Lake Oneida Trail until I get to the other side of the lake, somewhere around here, where I'm pointing on the other side, and it goes off into the woods a little bit, and that adds the extra, half a mile or so, 3/4 of a mile. So most of this will be pretty much the same. So nothing new. But anyway, it is a nice trail. Almost the whole trail is either this boardwalk or nice soft dirt. And just got to watch out for some, roots and twigs and cypress knees as you go along. But other than that, it's pretty easy going. You can see that obstacle course if you watched my other video on Lake Oneida. You can see it here as I walk along it. The lake is quite nice, actually, or a pond if they're calling it there, but Lake Oneida seems pretty nice, pretty tranquil. And you can see here's that picnic area I was talking about, the I guess a challenge course or obstacle course here. I don't know what it's used for or when it's used, but you can see obviously a large group would easily be able to have a snack or a picnic or take a break here while walking. Anyway, we're going to continue going on this nice boardwalk, and we're coming back to the dirt portion here, and we'll follow it around. And this is exactly the same as the Lake Oneida Trail, pretty much, probably 70% of it. So not really surprising. There are some areas where the boardwalk is, and I would imagine during rainy weather or rainy season, those probably get a little muddy. Especially here, I have a high road off to my right, so there's probably a lot of drainage or water flowing downhill toward the lake too. So I would imagine it does get quite muddy, and there's a reason they put the boardwalk there. But other than that, can't complain. It's a beautifully graded and maintained trail. Here I am coming to the end of the boardwalk, and you can see there's another one of these workout stations here, but there are two signs going off this way. I believe the yellow one is for the trail I'm on, and the blue one was for the Lake Oneida Trail. But obviously there's another trail that goes forward further on. Maybe I'll come back one day and explore that. And you can see we're on the other side of the lake now. You can see that bridge in the distance, and behind that would be where the trail started and the canoe and kayak rental. A lot of squirrels here. They're everywhere. And you can hear the hum of the highway in back of me. It's a weekend, it's early morning. It's probably 8:45 right now, or somewhere around there. So traffic isn't really heavy, but you're definitely walking toward the highway. The trails and the school, UNF, is located right off of a highway, so it's very easy to get here, and that's what that hum, that noise is. But it gets a little quieter as I get further on. But so there is that. And here I am further along the trail. I'm got about 0.45 of a mile, so just under half a mile, which I'll hit while I'm talking with you. I've been walking just under 11 minutes. So I'm pretty happy to say, even with my gimpy leg, I'm still walking about, it's a flat trail, it's easy, about 2.5 miles an hour, which I'm happy for. So at this pace, I'll pretty much finish the trail in the next 15 to 20 minutes. It shouldn't take, for walking at that speed, about 30 minutes would be the time required to walk this trail. And obviously you can stop and take longer if you want. Here's this nice straightaway path, more or less. Just nice view. Sun's rising now. There was some early morning clouds. It's kind of burning off a little bit. The clouds will give way to hopefully sunshine and warm up a little bit. It's probably in the 50s about now, I'm sure, with the sun coming up. So very nice. Got some wetlands off here to the right. You can see some cypress knees poking up over here. And there's a cypress tree right there. You can see its base, but it's not too wet right now. I've been in Jacksonville, I think this is week 3 now, and I think it's only rained like 2 days. So I'm not sure if they're, having a rainy year, not having a rainy year, what the current conditions are here. But it hasn't rained very much. So there's a little marshy area there. So nothing like what I'm used to. Okay, we've come to where the boardwalk starts, but it shows my trail going off to the right. So I'm a little confused on that. So, because that shows the Blueberry Trail is going this way, and the Red Maple Boardwalk is this way. So I'm a little confused, but I'm gonna follow the All Trails. Something tells me All Trails is confused, because obviously the Red Maple Boardwalk would be what I would think my trail would be on, but I'm following this 1.5 mile loop. So, and it's calling this the Blueberry Trail. Now I'm totally confused. Okay, so it looks like the trail that I'm doing from All Trails is called the Red Maple Boardwalk and the Blueberry Trail. So it's probably something someone uploaded or someone made up to get a more distance than just doing either one of the trails that I did earlier. So like I said, this trail is 1.5 miles, and I think I'll do a little more research. I'll go online, and maybe I'll go to UNF's website and see if I can get a map, their map of the actual trails, and I'll put some comments in to correct this. But this is very nice. Okay, so I'm further along. It appears that I'm about 3/4 of a mile since I started. So, halfway done, or thereabouts. Beautiful trail here. Nice soft tread. You got these needles on the ground, and the ground's nice and solid. Much less roots. No cypress knees here, obviously. It's pretty dry, and just nice walking. Okay, a little further along, I just met a hiker coming back who told me to be cautious up ahead because there's a bobcat that he just saw on the trail. So, would like to see him from a distance. And it looks like this is the Blueberry Trail, because I saw a sign back there calling it that. And I'm coming up to the Goldenrod Trail. We're heading back in the direction of where the pavilion. We're on the Goldenrod Trail, it looks like, from the signage back there. And I'll decipher some of these maps and trails when I'm sitting down and not walking in the woods. And maybe I'll make it a little bit better. I'm sure there's a map online that's probably a little better than that little photograph. And sometimes when you're concentrated on, you can put it in perspective. It's not always apparent. I'm looking at something, I'm trying to decipher it. A little further on, there is a trail going off to the right here. Don't know where that one leads. I'm going to have to explore one day. I'll be coming back here. And then This says I'm on the Blueberry and the Goldenrod Trail. Appreciate this boardwalk here over this little tiny stream. Looks like you could probably jump it, but much easier with the boardwalk provided. And it looks like I'm heading back toward where that other boardwalk was in the pavilion. See, here's the markers telling you the Goldenrod Trail and the Blueberry Trail. Yeah, so you come out to the parking lot. I'm gonna walk back to where I started, but there's no sidewalk here, which is not the best. I don't know if you also noticed in one of those pictures where I was showing the sign, there's no motor vehicles allowed. So, not a big deal. It's a trail. I hope you're not expecting it to be. No bikes allowed. And for some people, more importantly, no dogs allowed. So do not bring your four-legged friend with you here for a walk. So I'm walking here in the parking lot. Just for information, you need to use an app and pay online. There's no cash here. So there's signs telling you to download the app and to pay for parking. Remember, that's only during the week, Monday through Friday. And I'm coming up on the little pavilion where they do, I guess, the kayak rentals. And maybe they even have tours. I don't even know. I should look. But here's the little shack. And you can see it says Eco Adventure Outfitter Center. And there is a sign saying no dogs allowed as well. Just in case you know, there's a better map here, which I'm going to go use. And they're closed. They open up Monday through Saturday from 12 to 5. So, I guess there you go if you're interested in doing it. And here's a sign that says 12 to 5, $10 for kayaking, canoeing, and paddleboarding. And I guess you can use the zip line and the challenge course there for $15 on select days. You got to make your plan. Good to know. There's a better sign. Didn't know it's free for UNF students. It's pretty nice. If you're a UNF student, you want to get a little workout in. For everyone else, you got to pay, but that's okay. Here I am at the map, and looking at this, there's actually 5 trails here now that I'm paying attention to it. So I'll be back here to do some more. Here's a board, a little information board that tells you the different trails and what markers you need. So the red maple is the red, the blueberry is the blue, the goldenrod is the yellow, the big cypress loop is brown, and Gopher Tortoise Ridge is green. I didn't even know about that one. That's only 0.7. And the big cypress loop is only 0.4. So pretty easy and short trails. The only problem is that some of them don't start from here. I'm assuming I'm over here. So this is the Red Maple Boardwalk. That's why it's so short. It's actually short. It's only 1,600 feet long, just the boardwalk. That's why I guess you do the Blueberry Trail with it. That's what I just did. And I guess if you want to go off and do some more, the Gopher Tortoise Ridge, it's green, but you got to get there. So you have to walk on the Goldenrod Trail to get to it. So I can mix and match some trails here. I'll be looking at this a little bit more. I'm going to edit that down because otherwise I'll be rambling on there for several minutes. So I'm coming back to the pavilion. I'm going to go back there just to say I did it. And obviously there'll be some slowdown because I stopped. But this is a really nice trail. There's multiple trails here in the area. I'm going to look at that map a little bit better. And I'm sure I can find it online. And maybe I'll make some other little longer and shorter loops out of it. But I'm definitely going to come back here and try and do at least the other 2, if not 3 trails that there are, and I'll make them link up and go. So I'm back here again at the pavilion at the beginning of the Red Maple Boardwalk. So it looks like from the map, this trail just goes, it's an in and out only on the boardwalk, which it's not very long. It looks, according to that, it's only 1,600 feet of boardwalk. So that's half a mile if you go there and back, unless they're counting it. I'm assuming it's 1,600 feet there and 1,600 feet back. So anyway, I'm going to get going here. We're done with this one. I guess I should stop my watch. If you like the videos and you find them useful to you, please consider subscribing, leaving a comment, or giving it a like or a thumbs up. I appreciate that if you do that. And I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch the videos. Till we meet again.